Boom, baby. Oh, man. What's up? Going on, my people? Well, I had a plate of food. And I decided it was the perfect time to drop it in the floor right when the live stream was supposed to start. Oh, man. So, I'm running a couple minutes late. What's up, Mikey Mullins, Wendy, Emmanuel, Joseph, Aaron, Saul, Joseph, Alaska in the house. Raise Mania, Jersey in the house. Aaron. Nima Rinjan. Good evening from New York. Welcome to the Discord. Thanks for joining. Glad to have you as part of the family. Thanks for coming over to... This is my YouTube page. And if you're having any trouble navigating the... somebody said, am I not seeing the video? Am I just not seeing the video? It's me, right? Yeah, I'm up, Joseph. I'll just double check here. Yeah, I'm on. It's just me right now. So reach out to somebody if you're having any trouble navigating around the Discord. Oh, those are old comments. Hello, Miss Shelley. What you see for Suey, Isaac says. Hello, everyone. Trinidad in the house. Cameron, what's up, buddy? Canada up here and here. Nima, we're here to help you learn. Talk about going into serve. Let's see here. Saul, I'm not sure what you mean. Talk about not muting mics during sessions. You talking about from Saturday's class, brother? Yeah, that's why I keep those groups. That's about max. I just hated telling a few people no. It gets very difficult in those type of settings doing the personal one-on-one classes, or I mean the small group classes that I do, because people can interact. So it's hard to control microphones when it's like that. So, anyways. What's up, Miss Naya? How are you? Hope you're well. Chandler says poet. Alright, we should be on rolling. Audio's okay. Trucking with Josh. I'm about to look at DraftKings. What's up? Thanks for the super chat, Ahmed. Can you show scalp levels for Tesla? What's going on, Rhonda? Okay. Let me write a few things down. Give me 1 second here. Poet. Everybody's asking about Poet. So tonight, I try to come on Sunday nights for anybody new here and do a little bit of charting and see what's catching their eyes. Let me get. Let's see here. What's going on the overnight session here? Anything popping? Everything's up a little bit, maybe. $669.70 to $670. SPY's up a little bit. Okay. Nima. Glad you're here, Nima. I'm glad you joined the Discord. What's up, Lourdes? Rajdeep in the house. There's Miss Heidi in the house. Hello, Heidi. So, let's switch over here. I want to look at the swings first that I have going on. That way nobody is left behind and confused. I need to get my Weeble pulled up on another screen. Give me 1 second here. So these Sunday nights I come on, I chart for people. We talk a little bit. If there's any questions that need to be answered. Overnight session. Yeah, Palantir's pop. It looks like everything's popped a little bit. TTD is about to tap $52. I'm going to do TTD first because I'm in that. And what else on the... Oh, yeah, Target. Those are my swings. I've got a new swing coming if it pans out. So let's do those first, and then I'll start going through comments and charts for everybody. Yes, Manish, Tesla. I know. I will hit Tesla. Tesla popped, huh? 430 to 436, 7-point move in one candle. It was pretty oversold. Here is TTD right now. This is what you guys are looking at. And we picked this up. I've informed everybody on my average over on the Discord. I'm going to run through the Discord really quick. Looks like I've got 1 or 2 new people in here that just joined the Discord. If you join the Discord and you've got the Discord on your PC like this, you're first of all going to see a bunch of channels over here on your left. It's a good idea to go up to the top where it says Stocks with Josh and go to Welcome to the Discord. If you click that channel, there are several videos back through here. This will introduce you to the Discord. I've done a few of these with Josh, so if you're not aware of that, be sure to go check that out. Another thing to keep in mind is that any of these channels you want to be notified on, I would suggest the options chat, any of the chat floors. I don't do notifications except for if somebody tags me. If you want to tag somebody, you'll go here and be like, I want to tag this person. You just got to know their name, and you'll punch at Naya. And there's Miss Naya. You'll just click her name and say, hey, bud, and hit enter. And then Naya would kind of get a notification. So you can right-click on any of these channels go to notifications and do the only at mentions instead of all messages. If you do all messages on chat floors, your Discord will never shut up. Okay? Most importantly, go to Josh's Goat Scalps and Goat Swings and the live trade and turn on your notifications. Josh live trades Wednesdays and Fridays. I'm usually with him on those. I trade Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So the next thing down is Crown Traders. Right there is my name, Spylord. If you click on that, you'll see my channel and anything that I post. Be sure to right click, go to notifications, and do the at mentions. Because every time I post something, I tag myself and you would get a notification that way. Okay? Anything else you see, I would highly advise, if you're brand new to trading, go to Miss Mary, or you can email me via the description in this video you're watching. One other thing to take into consideration if you're brand new, do not hit this play button on the Discord if you're going to view a video. Go to the link, the blue link right here where it says YouTube, whatever. Click that, let it take you out to YouTube. Don't watch it as a third-party app through Discord. It will lag and the audio is not right, especially if it's a live video. Okay, I'll quit there and move on to charting now. That's just a quick rundown. Okay, so anybody new, hopefully that helps you guide around a little bit. Here's TTD. I posted my average on that a little while ago. I'm in at 46.60. We're all the way to 51.55, and in the overnight session, TTD has almost tapped 51.70. So this is looking good. This is the daily chart. What I like about it, the MACD is still pointing up. We've now busted through 50 on the RSI, which has flipped us into bullish hands. We're pointing upwards. I expect trouble when we start getting to between 53 and 54. This is going to be a trouble area. I'm anticipating it. We will have to get a move up through 60 on the RSI, in my opinion, to go through this and clear this whole shelf. This is where the big money's at. This is why I've not took profits. Being up 10% on normal shares is a pretty good move. We would be up 40 or 50% on options, but this move has been shaky, so I didn't want to leverage too high on this. All right, if you played options, you're way up. Now, once we get through 54 and 57, things become like a rocket on the way up here. I think towards $75 pretty easy. This is number one. Got to clear 57 and close over it. Then I think we can shoot up pretty quick, in my opinion. All right, that would be a classic move of the MACD going through the zero line here and the RSI going through 60 up here. That will get us through this shelf of volume and consolidation here. That's what we got to chew through. Okay, that's my plan. I'm holding my stop losses at break even. I cannot lose money on this trade, so that's how I'm playing it for now. If I get above 57, then I am going to probably take options 3 to 6 months out to give this some time. And then from 57 to 80 possibly be a monster move on some options, y'all. So we'll see what happens. We picked it up on the ground floor. Very good, though. See, so that's what I got right now on TTD. Target got a little shaky on us a few times. We got a great entry on the daily. Let's reset this for a second. 90.30. This is resistance right now. If y'all are in this, take a screenshot. I'm looking at my position now. I think I've sold a few and kept a few on target, whatever I've posted. I am up 11.5% on my options on this. I have, what are these calls, guys? The 95 strike, is that what they are? Let me look. Look 1 second here. Yep, I sold some on, looks like Friday, and I notified everybody. Those were up 15-16% on Friday. Going back to look at target. One moment. $95 strike January 16th. So that's still up 11.5% or so on that. I'll be using $88 for support right now. Right here. If you're in this with me. I still think this has room. And if we get over 90.30, we got room back towards 92. And up here would be the big. If we can close over this, then we got a chance for a run back towards $96, $97. That would be a nice move, okay? We'll see what happens. I've took a little bit of profit off the table just so we can lock some gains in the other day. Getting over 90.30 is going to be the key. Again, we're up. We can't take a loss on this. Set your stop at break even. If you get kicked out, we'll look at it again if we retest those lows down here at the 86 area. Right now, the RSI has broke over the signal line, back tested, broke through 40. Looks like we're back testing. I would like to either hold 40 or tap this signal line one time for another leg up. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see what happens. That's target. Anybody still in those with me, mark those two numbers, 90.30, 88.20, okay? Now, let's get to the comments and wait, DraftKings, DKNG. DraftKings on the daily. We got a pop off the RSI. I need this RSI to cross this signal and the MACD to start curling up for me on the daily. Right now, I will be using these lows, 34.80. If 34.80 can't hold, I will cut the rest of my DraftKings, whatever that's left on them. Okay, I'm up. I'm like break even on my DraftKings right now. Yep, break even. So, not up, not down on those. We were up some at the beginning of the day. It come up here and tapped this 36.40 area. That's the top of this shelf back here. Tapped it and got denied. Let's see if we bounce off these lows again around 35. See how it goes. We need to make a new high right here though. See what happens. There's not a lot in our way if you're in these DraftKings. There's a little problem here at 37.40, and then otherwise this could pop back to 42 easy. We'll see what happens, but one day at a time. I'm not over leveraged, not overloaded. If we got up here, I might consider adding to my position if we get over 37.40, 37.50 and close. So There's DraftKings. Let me get the comments back up. Everybody's still hanging with me. We got Money Mike in that TTD with you. Missed out on Target. What's up, Deshaun? What do you think about CMG for a leap? Let me look, Deshaun. Hello, Miss Princess Jet Set. How are you, Gabriella? CMG. Okay, I'm going to look at it, brother. Austino, I hit TTD just a minute ago, brother. Dinesh, I cut the rest of my serve. I took a day trade on it the other day. I told everybody I'm going to go ahead and hit it right fast because there's a lot of people asking. Here's my issue with serve. The daily still looks like this could have a move. It is over 60. It crossed back above the signal line down here on the RSI, right? So it could have a move. What I don't like is this could be a head and shoulders on the daily. Which is bearish, right? What I do like is we are back above this. I just feel like if I got too much going on, I can't catch everything. So I feel like I missed this a few days ago when this happened, when it got over 12 and had a strong day. I would have re-entered at 12. Actually, I think it was 1240 I was calling for. That was this volume shelf back here, 1240 on the money right there. That's what it was. So I wanted it over 1240. I missed it, so I had to get in at 13. I ran it from 13 to 1360 and got out. That's 4 times I've ran this stock, and I've just got to where I can't keep up with it if I got too much going on. I think, personally, this can run back to 14, maybe to 15 again. And that could be it. I think it's starting to run out of steam a little bit, but it's got room. It's got room. We didn't lose the zero line. This looks like it's wanting to curl back up. That's all I can say about it. It's got room. It does look bullish to me still. I didn't like this big old pullback from. See, this is the difference in options and shares. When I sold up here at 15 at 105% on options, I don't want to let this pull back to 1150 and not be taking no profits. It would be crazy. So that's why I sold up in here, and I just missed getting to rinse and repeat down here. Is what it's it just is what it is. I still think it has a bullish look to it. I still think this goes back to 15 one more time, and then we'll look again. I think 14 and then 15 will be your 2 resistances on this. That's my gist of it. Okay. Okay. ATH. I got you, Gabriella. Let's see what we got here. Christian, I made that clear. I don't have options on TTD. I have shares. I have options on Target. Bull, okay. I got Bull coming up for you. You're welcome, Dinesh, if I'm saying that correctly. Here's Path, Gabriella. Let's see what we got here. Wow, what a candle. Oh my gosh. Well, Gabriella, here's the overnight chart on Path. It just popped, buddy. So 13 to 1380. This thing's rocketing right now. I don't know what's going on. Did it get news? 7 hours ago, Path evaluation after new AI partnerships with NVIDIA. Oh my. Oh my. Collaboration with NVIDIA and others. Is it time to buy the stock? Let's just see, Gabriella. What's the price now? 1380. You might have found a gem here. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Well, this is going to look different in the morning when this opens. Let's draw a line at 1380. That's current price right now on the overnight. Just put a tag on that. Okay. Yep, Gabriella. If we get past 57 and hold, I'm going to add options on TTD. What am I doing here? Man, this thing, UiPath is going. Path, UiPath Inc. Okay. I'm going to keep this on my radar. So I'm putting an alert on about $14. Long ways to go. Back to those highs. What's these highs? 21. I would say between 18 and 21 is going to be your first two targets, Gabriella. All the volumes down here at the bottom. I can already tell you that. This is a weekly chart. The weekly was already looking strong on this. When you wake up in the morning, guarantee you this weekly MACD is going to be going through the zero line right here, and this will be pushing 60. So I'll be watching this heavy if they got a partnership with NVIDIA right now. You would want to say, so 1384. 15's been rejected 2 times. 15 is your first resistance, Gabrielle. That's going to be first resistance. Next target up here about $18. That's almost the top of this shelf. 18, then 20. Maybe 20. Nah, I'm going to say 20. 2050. I will definitely be watching this in the morning. So there's your 1380. Now let's look at like 15 and see what it did this past week. So I would treat these lows 1260. 1275. 1275. Let 1275 hold. And then this is already over previous this whole week's high. This opened up right here at 15. 15's on the table for this, but that red line up here is where the current price is. So you could probably use 1350 as a support line. 1350 and then this 13 area. Then 1275. That would be your couple supports underneath you, okay? Hopefully that helps you, bub. Yeah, anybody found it on WSB, cool. Anybody that's new, if you don't care, will you hit the like button for me? Campos, what's up, brother? So definitely add this to my watch list. There we go. Okay. CMG for Mr. Deshaun. Oh, man. Deshaun. This might be nice. CMG just tapped 42 in overnight session, so that's still pretty close. All right. And I've got one more swing for you all. I posted it a little while ago. That's how I see it, Deshaun. And I think over 42.25. So that's these previous highs. Oh, I like that line right there. Right there. See that? See this here? This here, hopped off of it and then rejected it here. Here's your line, buddy, $44. Yeah. 44, my friend. What's the let's see here. I like this. Got everybody looking at these oversold conditions, man. I love it. Look at this. Look at this. Gabriella's done found one. Deshaun's done found one. I like it. Over 42, Deshaun especially. Okay, there's your screenshot. Or over 44, my bad, brother. Over $44. Support will be right here. See these lows? That lows. You got support at 35.50 right on that bar. Nope. 35.50, and then use your past week's lows right here, 38.40. So 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago, that was about the low. So there's your support right here at 38.40, brother. 38.40. Okay. Are you in this, Deshaun, already, or? Yeah, I like it, man. Lulu, I covered Lulu weeks ago, and it ran like a beast, and I got knocked out of it. So it's Lulu's not my friend right now. I'll look at it in a second, though. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. I like this weekly. It's about to cross 40 and the signal line at the same time. Again, your RS or MACD looks like it wants a cross, so let's right click on the MACD and go to add alert on MACD, and then we're going to go to condition. MACD, price, volume, interval, rising to falling. We're going to go crossing up on the signal line. All right. MACD same chart as 1 week, only once, crossing up, pull once per minute, only once per bar. Create. Okay. Just as a little incentive, I'll put an alert there. An alert on 42 on the. Yep. So I like this. This don't look bad for a swing. I can't swing everything, y'all, but this looks pretty nice. And I would say to add it to your list if y'all are looking for stuff. This looks pretty nice for a swing. And I also need to add path on my watch list. So if I was doing options on these, it's already popped Deshaun to 42. If I was doing options on these and we wanted to give it time, let's choose one. March 20th. Oh, yeah, man. Even the $50 strikes got 14,000 open interest. Volume's not quite as good. The 45 strike, I would probably choose either the $40 strike, so you would be in the money already, pretty good open interest, good delta, or the 42.50 has good open interest and a good delta. Those would be my two choices. If you wanted to go out of the money, I would probably choose this $50 strike. We can pull that, look at it in the chart. Let's go to a 1 hour. He's got decent volume on them. Here's the option contract on a chart. Now, if this got back to let's see. Let me do a 4 hour on that. Not enough data. Okay. Go back to 724. Man. You can get these pretty cheap right now, man. The $40 strikes are only $5.80, $5.90. I like this, man. 5,400 open interest. I like that one. I would do the 40 or the 42.50 or the 50 strike. That's what, if it was me doing this. I like that the daily has now retaken the 9 and the 20 EMA, and it's pushing the 50 already. Overnight it's at $42. So this is going to open up right at the 50 EMA. I like it, Deshaun. There you go, brother. Hope those levels help you, man. What's up, Tajon? January 16th are the best. Yeah, they might be. Is that enough time? Yeah, maybe. What is this? Early October. Yeah. Those would probably be good too, depending on how long you want to hold them. But those 45 strikes got a lot of open interest on them. Yeah. Pretty cheap still. These things can go. CMG. Okay, I like it. So there you go, guys. There's probably a good play for you. I'm not sure I can cover everything, but if you want to add it on your watch list, I gave you a couple options to choose. Might be a nice one for you. I'd say the real party starts when it closes here over 42 and in this $44 area. That's when the party really gets going. This thing will rocket to 50 and above. The weekly is about to close in. The daily already closing in on the MACD 0 line. That's going to be a good one, man. All right. Bunch of people asked for Poet. I can't get to everything, y'all. I know. Good job, Kevin, on CMG. Why didn't y'all tell me? Why didn't somebody call me? Oh, Lord. Nikki. Are you down in Tesla? Can you give her bull? 15 Yeah, I got bull wrote down. I'll hit bull in just a second. Okay, Poet. Let's go to a monthly chart on Poet. If this is going to be a long play, right? The monthly is just now pushing through 60 on the RSI. So to me, I just want it to make a higher high on RSI, which would be up here around 63. I'm going to set an alert there. Now, MACD pointing up, signal line pointing up. I think ultimately, well, right there, 735. Poet's got to get over 730, 725, 730 and close. Okay, at least on the daily. Let's go to a daily and look for a second. And that's, you know, double top wicked off of it. That's the level to get over. 740, 730, 740, somewhere in there. Got to get over that, and it can take off like a rocket. Ain't no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So I still think it's looking good. If you know, it's a small cap, so you got to play it small. Don't let it kill you and bleed you to death. You could use 6 local lows. You could use $6 as a stop. Under 490, I don't like it at all. Like, it's no. You gotta cut it loose. 490 held nice though, and this is the POC from where I've measured. We'll just take it off one more time and get this whole move. Here's your swing low. Get all that from above us. There's just not much here, even though it looks like it. Look at the difference in volume down here, right? Compared to back here. Look at this volume, y'all. How it stepped in. And then when you go to a monthly, look where the volume has stepped in over the past year and pushed this thing up. So, it's like there's a story behind it. Basically, you got to start clearing 7 to get out of the woodwork and move up. There's not a lot back here to measure this whole piece back here. There's still not much volume back there. It's just not much above you. The volume was very light, so this thing will go. When it goes, it will go. So there's Poet. That's the levels I would use for your stops. Use your local lows. Here was your previous week low down here at $5. Your previous day low at $6. And then 680 is your previous week's high. That's going to be the level to get through. Just like I said, $7. Okay. I feel you, Tejan. Swing, you know, I'm starting to grow in swing trading a lot, man. I've been pretty accurate lately. Been pretty accurate with swings. I don't know what to say. You know, I'm the best. I'm the best with the swing trades. It's the best charting and the best. Oh. You're welcome. Oh man, y'all gotta laugh with me. Come on now. Deshaun, you're the best. You're the best person on the streams. Deshaun's bringing the best to the house. You're simply the best. That's right, Ambrose. Oh, man. All right, there's Poet, y'all. So, Poet, CMG, Bull. Let me hit Bull for y'all. Y'all know I love you. Thanks, Deshaun. Swings have been printing, man. They've been a printing machine. Okay. Now, here we come back to bull again. I've been charting this a little bit lately. It's just failing to get a lot of it's not getting any momentum behind it, y'all. To me, it's had its chance. It's still, this is going to be a patience game to me. It is still consolidating. And these plays, if you've got the money and the time, can pay handsomely. If you don't, then it's going to drive you crazy. That's sort of, this is sort of the form of what's going on. The RSI is failing to break out. It's failing to you had a chance here over 60. This thing came up to previous highs, basically. Yep, back here, and was denied. So it's still in this channel, much like Serve was, and it broke when it finally broke. It broke. If I was buying bull, you want to be buying between 13 and 1250. That's your buy zone, and you can actually sell these rips into 1480 and 15. Like that's, you can rinse and repeat that as long as it's staying in this. And then one day when this thing decides to go through 60 on your RSI, it's going to break out of this channel. That's kind of how I see it. Until it gets enough institutional buying, I suppose, it's not going to go. When it goes, it's going to be a rocket because there's nothing above it. There's no structure above it. There's your weekly view. You can see the weekly RSI just isn't breaking out. It's not breaking out. Very neutral in my opinion. 1250 to 13 is the buy zone. The selling the rips into 1450, 15. Okay. Deshaun, thanks for asking. He's doing good, man. We go to cardiologist this coming Friday, so going all right though. So I ain't even gonna say it, man. I ain't even gonna say it. All them keyboard warriors out there. Somebody must have been mad at me. Hey, let me ask you, did y'all hit that thumbs up yet? And if you're brand new, did you hit the subscribe button for me? All right. I humbly and respectfully told everybody the last week or two, thank you, Porter. Thank you, Dustin. I told everybody, and I humbly said it, until this closes over 223, she's not going. She's not going. everybody got excited on these two green candles, and it got shut right back down. All I could say is it's not ready, you know. Hopefully Amazon will hold 216. That would be a buy area. Down to 210. And just for kicks and giggles, let's see here. All right, let's throw the 200 on. There's your red line. Now look. The daily is approaching the 200 EMA. That could be a line in the sand. It is directly beneath on my support line at 212. I got a feeling it might interact with it. You know, we've had a heck of a run since April on this. You got one good pullback, and it failed to break previous highs, right? Back up here at 243. There was your top from the last run. It didn't even reach that, so it's got to come back and get some more steam. This is still leaning bearish. Let's go to weekly. Now, on the weekly, this RSI, bring you down here to RSI. If this loses 50, I bet you we're going to drop this level. And if we drop that level, I want to be ready because I'm going to buy Amazon. I'm going to buy it, right? I want to be ready if it does. I would love to get some at 212 and then have an opportunity possibly around the $200 area. Now, if it comes under 200 on the weekly could come down to the 200 EMA. You see right here it respected it. Right here we didn't ever make it to it. Right here it respected it. That's a long ways to come down. That is a long ways to come down for the weekly, right? Let's get it all the way back to pivot lows December 2022. And you will see that 190 is easily on the table. Easily. To me, when this lot starts losing right here, 220 area, it's easier for it to come on back down in here. Here's the POC from the complete last cycle back here at December 2022. Okay, from when this whole run started, you've got this pullback. You got pullback here, here. It's time for a pullback. You know, unfortunately, it didn't make a higher high this time either. I noticed that. I'm still bearish a little bit on Amazon. I think we get a little more of a pullback. Everybody's wanting to buy leaps on it. I do too. Just because it's Amazon, you know. It's not going anywhere. So, if the weekly, go ahead and set you an alert at like 49 on your RSI. If the weekly drops 50 on the RSI, she's coming down. I will load down here at 185. I will load heavy on my long-term shares for sure. Ambrose, thank you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I will absolutely do PayPal for you. Okay, there was Amazon, y'all. All right. Yeah, NC Rocks. I doubt it'll get that cheap, but I think it could get 200. It could definitely get $200. That's not out of the question. My brother thinks PayPal's maybe setting up here. Let's see. And I wanted to show you, what's the one I posted today, y'all? Discord. Where's my Discord at? So many good plays here. PRGS. PRGS. Tesla. I feel you, Travis. So, as I'm going through this, y'all, and I'm running out of time, I've got to wrap it up here pretty soon. If you hit the description of this video, down there is the biggest way to support me. If you like what I do, I appreciate all of y'all. You know I do. I love you. You can let your subscription run out with the Discord and resubscribe with my link. That helps me tremendously. I appreciate everybody that does that already. That's the biggest way to support me. Underneath that, there's an email down there if you're interested in small group coaching, and I do one-on-one coaching too. The email is down there in the description of the video you're looking at now. Just tap the description and it's down there. Okay. Here's PayPal, brother. Okay, this is what I would say, my man. This daily it got to get above first off just about where it's at. 69.50. I would tell you to get bullish over the 200 EMA on the daily. If you're wanting to start position on this, I am not a financial advisor, but I would want to use about 66 as my stop, maybe 65.50. Okay, that would be that would make sense to me. You've got a nice consolidation going on right here. I like that. Looks like it's setting up for a move one way or the other. You've crossed 50, which is good. I would say, can PayPal get through the zero line, in which it'll be a buy? So you need to treat this 200 EMA on the daily as your resistance. 71.60 or so. I would even dare say $72 just to be safe. But this is the consolidation you're in. Add alert on MACD. Crossing. Crossing the histogram. Well, I want to go crossing up through the histogram at the zero line. Okay. So there's my alert for PayPal on the MACD. That's what I would do, brother. If you wanted to take position, just use your local lows as your get out. You've got some support down here at 62, but then she starts falling. If you're going to play options on this, you can't hold that. You can't hold this move all the way back down to here. I bet if you go to the weekly, the weekly's trying to cross the signal in 50. Again, you need that RSI to push over 50 at least right here to start giving you some bullish bullish leaning. The MACD's trying to cross up. So yeah, this could be a play, brother. Could be a play. Hopefully that helps. Porter, what was your question? You said how? You're welcome, Ambrose. Thank you. I'm listening right now, Porter. Go ahead. What was your question? How to support me, or how to? Let's do BBAI and Tesla, and then I'll probably wrap it. Okay, BBAI. I just don't have the time to look at every single thing. I just don't. Sorry. Okay, BBAI. It's ready. It's ready for breakout. It's right at the line. Right there is going to tell the tale. As far as price action goes, 720 needs to be cleared and closed over. Yep, 720. Okay. Right there. That's got to get closed over. Then 850. That's this line. That's your tops back here. Take you a screenshot. Right in that neighborhood, 870 maybe. And then you're back to highs up here at 1050. This would be next. And then your local 620 would be your get out. Okay. That's how I would treat BBAI. I know this has got a lot of fundamental story behind it. This RSI is kind of on the daily. It got shut down at the signal line. It may just bounce off 60 and then head up. So it's a little neutral. You need to get over 720 and close. I'm not sure what it's doing overnight right now. Okay. Boom, Tejan. Nice. Okay, Porter, to subscribe to me, I think your video's running behind just a little bit maybe. To subscribe with my link, give me 1 second, y'all. You'll go to WAP, the WAP app, and cancel your membership. And then when you go to any of my videos, when you go to any of my videos, if you tap the description, the very top link is the same link to my link to the same Discord. You get all the same benefits. It's the same price and everything, but it supports me. Okay. But that's how you do it. You just go through WAP, unsubscribe, and you got to let your membership run out, and then the very next day resubscribe with mine. That's the easiest way to do it. And there's a lot of people that does that for me, and I appreciate it very much. That's the biggest thing that supports me, that helps me be on here all the time with y'all and live trade with y'all. Okay, so I appreciate it, Porter. How can we be sure if our subscription has went through under you? Mine still looks. Yeah, Adriana, it still looks all the way. Everything will look the same. It's if you go to WAP, you tap on your little name tag up there in the top left corner and cancel membership. Now, after that, I told most people the easiest way to do it is to let it run out the very next day. You can either email me or message me. I'll send you my link, or you can just go to any of my videos. It's like this one here. If you tap on this video, here's my video, right, that we're watching right now. So y'all don't be talking about me over here now. You can just touch over here. It'll say support me here, right there. If you click more, or if you're on the phone, it'll say description right there. It's this link right here, wap.com. And that's the best way to support me. There's tip jars in here. Don't feel obligated to do that, guys, but I appreciate it if you do. No problem either way. The link to sign up for Webull, which is what I use for my brokerage, is here. TradingView link is here. Blowfin for crypto is right here. And then here's my email right there. spy.lordscalps@gmail.com. And if you email me, I will return the email very quickly, usually within a day or two. Okay. Thanks, Porter. I really appreciate it. So yeah, BBAI's got a lot, it needs to continue, and 624's got a hold. You could use that local low 685 and then 624. That would be what I would use. Under that, you're coming back to 450 pretty easy. Thank you, Porter. Thank you, Rajdeep. Thank you, my friend. Okay, we got Riot on here for Banu. Okay. Now, Riot is going to also heavily depend on Bitcoin. What's Riot doing? Does it trade overnight at all? Yeah, it's up. It gapped up some. It's at almost $20, okay? Yeah. It's bullish looking. You are at previous highs. $20.70. That's your previous high. That's where you got to get across. Now, if I'm showing you anything to put on your radar, start remembering this stuff, is that on weekly charts and daily charts alike, but weeklies are even easier to see. If I can just show you. You see that cross up on your RSI off of an oversold condition? Well, almost oversold. 32 on the weekly. Crosses back through 40 and the signal line. Look where that would have put you in. Right there. And you would be at 875, and you'd be saying, I don't care about pulling back $1 or $2 because you're in at 875. That's my whole purpose in using what I use for swings. Yeah, you can make money on the top. You just got to respect your levels, though. So, right doesn't look bad, but you got to get over. You might as well call it $21. 21, then 23.75 right there would be your next two. And then let's go to a daily. Get you profile from April. All right. This tells the tale. $19 support. Got support right in here. 1680. You've wicked off that. You could almost bring it down here to 1650. I would go 1650. There's your two support lines for right. Maybe 1820. I think I like that better. Yeah. My bad. 1820 support. Resistance 21. 1820 support. 1650 support. Under 1650, she can get back to 1450 pretty easy. Okay? Harold Versace. I went over Amazon just a little while ago. I'm not ready for it yet. I don't think it's ready. And Banu, you're welcome. How do you set up RSI signal line? You tap on this video. There goes my video playing again. So how to tap on the or how to use the RSI signal line or add it? It's just standard RSI on TradingView. I've lost my words here, y'all. I've got to do that other swing I had right here, PRGS. Okay, here's my other swing. I had a friend send this to me earlier. I don't know if this trades overnight. PRGS. Put this on your radar. It is up in the overnight session some. Just on nothing volume, though. It's not got any volume. Here's the bullish case right now on the daily. Okay. This is the MACD. And then I'll do the RSI with you here in just a second. Here's the MACD. The MACD is in 3 pieces, y'all. Okay. The MACD is the blue line. The orange line is called the signal line. Okay. The green and red bars or the histogram. In the middle of the histogram lies an invisible line that I usually make pop out better. It's called the zero line. Okay. I've actually started changing mine to a solid line, so I'm going to make I'll make it pink here for you. Okay. It's this pink line right there. No, that's going to blend in with the red. What am I doing? Let's make it. Nope. Can't do that either. Man, somebody slapped me. I'll keep it as a white line. There we go. Okay. So a bisignal, there are two different kinds of signals on this entire graph, this MACD graph, okay? There is when the two lines intersect with each other, when the blue line crosses up through or down through the signal line. This is an initial alert. It's a signal. Yes, it is a signal. It often signals the beginning of a move. It has to happen before this next move can happen. The big buy signal is when this blue line crosses through this. This is a buy signal. That's a buy signal. Okay? Most of the time, this blue line will go up through it. Price action will pull back a little, and then this orange line catches up, and then both are firing through here. This is a big buy signal when that happens. So, keep your eye on that line. It's an invisible line called the zero line. When I spread this price action out all the way, let me get rid of these drawings. You'll see it's at 0.00000 right in there. It's at nothing, okay? So this is pressing through that. Now RSI needs to continue over 60. And we are at previous highs. We got rejected a little bit. So this could be a pullback. If we lay a 1 hour out here and then do a volume profile, I would see where this has had some support on the way up. Okay. I would want 46 to hold. Then down here at 45. So keep this on your radar. Could back test 46 or 45 and then move up. Under that, I'll have to rethink it. Those are my two levels on it for now. While I'm live I'm live charting anyways, till I look at it better. Over 46.80 in a candle close, this puppy can run. This can run. Now we go out to a weekly. This is what caught my eye on it. Look at this, y'all. This is why I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's something here. All right. This is the standard RSI down here. I've altered mine a little bit. If you go to settings on the RSI, under the word style, upper band is at 60. I changed the color to green. Lower band is at 40. I make that red, and I make my middle band white. It stays at 50. 60, 50, 40, okay? That's all I change. Now, on the weekly, this thing just crossed the signal line and pressed through 40. That's the beginning of the move for me. That's why I'm interested in this. I will also tell you, this is what Josh looks at. Look at that candle. That's a weekly candle. A volume. Look at that momentum that comes in. So, PRGS. Here's your next 49.50 area is going to be your next line of issues. We got to get over 46 first, 46.90, I would say. Get a close over this. Right in that neighborhood. Okay? Keep that on your radar. I've got alerts set. I'm going to set an alert on the MACD. MACD crossing up over the signal line on the weekly. If this thing crosses up, starts this move, this could be beautiful for sure. But I don't like their options chain. This will be shares. So if I bring up their options chain and look one time, it just must not be a heavy options play, I guess, because there's not much volume on these, and open interest is, I guess, fairly low. Look at it on a chart. It's not a lot of volume on these. So I don't know if I don't think I'll do options on these. I think I'll do shares on these. This could be a monster move, though. Ain't no doubt about it. PRGS is the ticker. I like the setup, and that's my story. Okay. Let me get some comments here. I know I've missed some. I'm sorry. Matt, I am new to options. Can you please explain break even and to break even means? That's cool, Adriana, for ChatGPT. Can you please explain break even and what it means to break even on an option? I'm not sure how Robinhood puts that word break even on their contracts sometimes, and I'm not sure why they put that on there. When I refer to break even, I refer to like a stop loss. If I was going to use a stop on an option contract, and let's say I bought a SPY call, and SPY's moving, so I'll choose tomorrow's date. The price is $669.50 or $670 overnight right now. So at this point in time, I would choose like a 670 call, right? And what it would mean to be break even, I would just set my stop loss at break even, which is to say I'm setting it at, if this went my way a little bit, I would just move my stop loss to where I entered at, so I'm not losing any money. I don't know why Robinhood puts that on their stuff. I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah, break even. And to clarify, let's say we bought an expiration on the SPY for January the 16th, and we bought a 680 strike. Okay? A 680 strike, you don't have to wait for the price to get up to $680 on the SPY to sell this. It just has to start moving your way for this to start gaining value. So if you're brand new to options, don't pay attention to the strike. Don't let it deceive you. That doesn't mean the price has to get there. It means the price needs to be moving that way for it to gain value. That's it. Okay? Yeah. Break even if you even if you have any option. 450 break even means 900. Andy says, can you show how to put a stop loss on option call in Webull? Slot, I've made videos on that. I can't do it right now because the market's closed. I can show you how to set it automatically if you use turbo options like me. You go to my setup here where it says turbo options. This is why I do this on coaching calls. You right click, you go to the settings, and go to the buy button. I checked stop loss and I set my percentage, right? So anytime then when I hit this buy button, it automatically creates a stop loss for you. You don't even have to set it. Then you can just click a little pencil right here when it brings it up, and then you can start moving it just like that. Porter, I would love to teach you how to do options. So yeah, slot diaries, if if the market was open right now, let me see here if I can do what's something cheap I can buy. I could buy a share of something, and it's sort of the same way. I see. No, I'm not using Thinkorswim. I do not like Thinkorswim for day trading it off. I don't like their charts either. So I can buy a share of this PATH that Gabriella was telling us about earlier. So limit, I'll just buy 2 shares. Overnight trading. Buy the ask. Buy. Okay. All right, I've bought this. Now, go with me for a second, and let's make believe this was an option contract, okay? The way that I set this up is I add the widget positions. So to add that, you'll go the way I do this. Any of these windows have 3 horizontal lines. This brings up settings for that particular window, just like that one and just like this one. This is the setup I have created, so might not make sense to you. Go here, you go to add a widget, and then you go click on the word positions, or if you have to find it, you go to all widgets. I know this is fast, but you can rewind it. When you go to all widgets, you can hit the word trade. When you go to trade, you can hit the word positions. Hit the plus button. You can then just drag this window over, lay it where it starts turning blue, and drop it. Okay. Now you can see I have 2 shares of Path. Now, if this was an option, I would have clicked it here, hit the buy button. Then the next thing I could do is hit positions and click the contract right here. And then it places it on a chart just like this, okay? Next thing I'm going to do is highlight this tag that tells me my position. Okay? When I highlight it, these 2 letters come up. TPSL. Take profit, stop loss. Highlight. Then we're going to click here, drag down, click, drag up, click, confirm. It won't do that because the market's closed right now, but I'll do it one more time. Highlight this, click, take profit, stop loss. Pull your mouse down where you want it. Click it for a stop, pull it up where you want it, click it for a take profit, then confirm it. Okay. Now, if I set it under where it closed at, you still can't place it because it's after hours, so you just have to sell this. So that's how you do it. If this was an option, it would look the same way, but you got to go to positions, click on your contract, then it goes on a chart for you. Okay. There's a lot more to navigating this than just what I just showed you, but that's a quick one. I feel you, SC. Yeah, some people don't like to do options, and that's okay. Options just give you, the ability to use less capital for higher gains. So if I click on the SPY, it would cost me $670 to buy one share, right? And then that share, if it were to move up $1, I would have made $1. Whereas I can buy an option for $100, and if the SPY moved up $1, my $100 option would be worth $145. So that's the difference. It's up to everybody. If you've got a large account, you can use shares and take some risk off the table and just use shares. Do it the same way. But all right, my friends. Thank you so much. Yeah, Weeble's the bomb, Porter. I love to set it up a particular way for people on coaching calls. I love it. To your options. What happens to your options if you become deep in the money? For example, the strike price. So now you're super deep. You're welcome, Nima. If you're super deep in the money, I mean, you're just if I buy a 670 call and then the SPY goes to 680, it's gonna be worth a lot. You talking about if it goes down in value? If the price goes down in value, your option loses value, just like your shares would. You just have to be more protective over your stop losses, is what you have to do. If it goes up insane, I mean, you make a lot of money. Yeah, you can get out. You can get out anytime you want to. Sell for profit. It doesn't have to go. If you buy a strike that's way out of the money, it don't have to go to that particular strike to make money. It just needs to go up. That's all. Yeah. I'll see if I did TTD first thing, brother. That was the very first one I did. Dusty, how do I get your SPY alerts? If you're in the Discord, you go to my channel. You go to Crown Traders on the Discord. Over here is like all the channels. You scroll down to Crowned Traders. Right there I am, Spy Lord. You'll right click, go to notifications, and use the @ mentions on my channel. So when I type something out, you'll see what I've posted. Okay. All right, my friends. I'm going to do Tesla, and then I'm gone. All right. Thank you all so much. Again, if you'd like to support me, you can let your subscription to the Discord run out. Or if you're not a Discord member, you're just here new from YouTube, you just tap on the description, and it's the very top link you'll see. You'll see me. You'll see that link in there, very first thing. And that is the number one way you can support me. All right. Let's go to Tesla for a moment. We're on the weekly chart on Tesla, aka Stressla. 415, 416. We don't want to lose 416, okay? This is still in bullish hands. I will say the RSI is curling down up here at the same, basically the same previous high from back here, back in December. So we have came up to these highs and been rejected so far. So this needs to find support somewhere between here and 360 is what it needs to do. I would love to see it hold up here at 415, but it is starting to roll over on the RSI down here. This is giving some back. Now this can just simply roll over, come down, bounce for another move up. But these are weekly candles. This is going to take a while to play out. These last 3 or 4 weeks have been monster moves. So, see you in the morning, Deshaun. Oh. I'll see if this is, this is public on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. 57 was a possibility. I might take profits there if we can't get through it. I'm going to see how it reacts with it. If we get over it and close, then I'm going to add options. Okay. Thank you, Kristen. Much love. Debbie, thank you. Nima, thank you. Kevin, I've not done Palantir. I can try right quick. Tesla, this is what scares me on Tesla, is just like on the last move, when you measure this, there's no volume up here, y'all. This is your volume up here. Here's your volume down here. This is blow off moves. Now, this time I would like to retrace to a higher low from down here, like back here and here. Higher low off this retrace up. Hopefully a higher low, maybe 315, 275. Those will be big moves. If this 415 decides not to hold, we could definitely pull back to 350 easy. Between 370 and 350. That's my view on Tesla. The monthly, it depends on your outlook. I have Tesla shares that I'm up 80% on shares. So I'm probably never going to sell those, at least not for the next few years. This thing's a monster. I think the monthly might still have legs on it after we might get a little pullback here. We want to see if RSI topped out right back here, on the last high. that was the last high on RSI down there. Now we just got to pull back. We're going to see. We're going to pull back and go up, or is this it on the monthly? We'll see. See what happens. So take it a day at a time. Day at a time. When we get our setups, we go in and we strike like a ninja. Nemam University goat. I like that. I'll take that. Okay, Nav. How to ask questions while you watch me on the Discord live streams. I went over this earlier. Maybe you missed it. When you're in the Discord, don't hit this play button when you see the video. Go hit this link. Let it take you to YouTube. When you go out to YouTube, just like I'm doing right now. Okay. You can type in the live chat down here like, hey, Spy, what's up? All right. And that's how you can ask questions or anything. All right. Della B, thank you. I'm so happy to have you back. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that very much. I think I saw it come across just now. I really appreciate that very much. That made my night. Thank you. So Nav, hopefully that answered your question. Azrar, QAC, yes, I go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday morning. I'm usually live anywhere from 10 to 30, 40 minutes before market opens on my channel, okay? That's what price that we can sell the stocks. Sridhar, I feel you, Vineyard. Porter, the Spylord toolkit. No, not without emailing me first. That's for one-on-one sessions or small group sessions. That's the link that I use for that. It's just the top link in this video helps you join through my affiliate link. So options charting same as individual stock charting. Bridget, yes, I just chart the underlying assets chart, and then I pick the proper option. Yeah, Sridhar, if I can get, it's a good question. It would be great if you can guide us what price that we can sell the stocks. I guess you're saying BBAI, SMD, Sound, TTD, etc. I would love to do that. I always guide you if it's my play. But BBAI, SMD, and Sound, those aren't my plays. But I always, anything I'm in, I post regularly, daily. And if there's a move on it or I do anything with mine, I post it immediately. You don't have to follow me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm here for for education and to try to help you on your journey. So I would anything that I do, I post. I'm just telling you what I do. Some people want to hold things longer, and that's totally fine. That, your choice to exit is simply your choice. But anything I do, if it's my play, I always post. TTD, I posted today while I was eating dinner what my plans were. So, yep. Thanks, Sridhar. Asrar, Webull is the absolute best for day trading options. If it's like longer dated options, swing trading or stuff like that, speed doesn't really matter. I would say you could use about anything, but Webull is, in my opinion, the best setup for scalping and day trading options when you're wanting speed. Okay. So just get back to Tesla. Tesla on the daily is starting to roll over. Expect a pullback. Don't be surprised this thing pulls back. It can't be in outer space forever. It's got to pull back. So I don't know. 418, 415, and then 400. 400 is going to be a big psychological level. Keep your eye on the prize, which is the RSI. Keep your eye on the RSI, y'all. If it loses 60, it'll drift on down to 50. Probably this will come down one more level towards 400. That makes sense to me. All right. Azrar, if you want to message me on Discord, you have to tag me. Let's see here. Bring it up one more time. So you can go up here. These are direct messages. I'm not pulling mine up right now, but you can go up here. If you're on you can just like highlight my name and it'll say message. Like if I did Tribal Traders here, I can click on his name. Well, let me go to a post here. If you go like to the options chat in the messages, you can just do the @ symbol and @SpyLord. Click on me and then write your message, and I'll get a notification that you've messaged me. Or you can private message me here, or you can email me. If you want to email me, I'll type it in here one time for you, or it's in the description of this video. Oh my God, I can't type. Okay, spy.lordscalps@gmail.com. Hopefully you can see that. If you tap the description in this video, it is down towards the bottom. The email's in there already. So, there you go. Guys, I love you. I want the best for you. I want to watch you grow and learn every day is what I want. So don't over leverage yourself. Be very safe with your capital. Take your time. If you're very new to options, you need to take your time and play with very low position size. Miles said, what's a good minimum option bid price to buy? Less than 50 cents, less than $1, between $2 and $1, general range, rule of thumb. Miles, that's I get where you're coming from. That's a really broad question because it depends on the asset. Let's bring up the SPY for just a quick second. So if I were looking at SPY options, We'll click on tomorrow's date. You'll see that the ones that are at the money, like 670 or 669, about $150, right? It's not the price here that makes the difference. It's this strike being resembling the value of the underlying asset. So if the SPY is 670, the easiest thing to do is choose the 670 strike, even if you were doing calls or puts. If I were doing puts, I could go to the 670 put. If I were doing calls, I'd go to the 670 call, because it is the same value. It represents at the money, the same value as the underlying asset. That's the easiest way to choose this. If we were doing Apple is at around 258. So all I would do is find a strike that is close to 258. So I could choose the 257.50 or the 260 for the calls. If I were doing puts, I would choose the 257.50 or the 255, because those are close to the value of the asset. That's the easiest way to pick that, okay? Thank you, Steve. So hopefully that makes sense to you, my friend. Choosing because of the actual cost of it doesn't, that you can't just go off that, just saying, okay, I want to get these because they're $68 instead of $300. Well, if you were doing that for the puts, that's 3 strikes out of the money. These are getting volatile bad. They're going to be hard to maintain. Rajdeep, if you turn on, make sure your app is updated all the way. It's just on your chart here, bottom right corner. It says nighttime. But if you're on a daily time frame or above, you won't see it. You got to be at least at a 4-hour and below to see the word night down here in the bottom right corner. Okay? You're welcome, Miles. Hopefully that helped you. Nina, love you. Thank you. All right, my friends. Chris, thank you so much. Yeah, my PayPal's secure in there, brother. I've got I think I've got PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all 3 in there. So, yeah. In simple terms, what is a call and a put? Okay, I'm gonna give you five quick minutes here, Sridhar. Let's look at Google, for instance, here. Okay. And I'm going to pull up the options chain. An option contract is different from buying shares in a lot of ways. Okay. To buy 1 share of Google, it would cost me about $245 to buy 1 share of Google. Okay. Whereas I can buy an option contract for cheaper for a higher rate of return. Okay. Because an option contract one contract is representative of 100 shares of the underlying asset. That's what it represents. But you are only buying it for a period of time. It has an expiration date. Every day you hold an option contract, it decays a little in value, a small tidbit in value, because of a measurement called theta. Theta will gradually eat value from an option contract. This is something I look at. The other thing I look at is called delta. I'll explain that in 1 second. So if I wanted to buy an option contract on Google right now, you can only buy it during normal hours. So if I wanted to buy the 247.50 strike, it has two prices here on it, okay? The first one is called the bid. The second one is called the ask. This is $3.50 or $3.60. And that price is times 100 because it represents 100 shares. So this would cost you about $350 to buy one contract. Whereas one share would cost you $245. And then if this thing went up $1, you would make $1. Now, if this option contract, if you buy this and Google goes up $1, this $350 contract you could sell for about close to $400. So this contract would grow $40 in value for $1 move, whereas the shares of Google would only rise $1. The thing is, this only has a limited time on it. Then you have to sell it. There is also downside risk with it. So it allows you to buy an option contract or it allows you to play and give you leverage, whereas shares does not. And shares will cost you a whole lot more capital. This is very capital intensive. Whereas options, you might have a small account, like let's say $5,000. Well, for $5,000, you could buy what? 10, 15, 20, 25, about maybe 20 or 22 shares of Google for $5,000, where you could buy several option contracts of Google and make a lot more money. But you have to learn to chart and respect how these move, because they also have downside. Okay. Hopefully that is a quick summary of what one is. If you bought a call, you're betting on the price to go up. Whereas if you bought a put, you're betting on the price of Google to go down. And if it went down, your put contract will rise in value and you will make money. So this allows you to play both directions of the market, up or down. Price will increase. Yeah, you're right, Vineyard. People say going long for calls, puts means going short. There's a lot to unpack in that. A call is to bet on it going up. A put is to bet on it going down. And it gives you leverage to make more money by using less money. That's the attractive part to it. Okay. Adriana, I have, until I see pre-market hours, I don't know. I don't have a clue. I got to see what pre-market's doing. I don't make I don't make those kinds of predictions in nighttime. So, all right, my friends, I've been on here forever. So did you buy options? I'll see if I said all that early, brother. I only have shares at the moment on TTD. Yeah, will y'all please hit the like button and the subscribe button for me. Helps my channel grow. Pumps it out to more people through algorithms. TTD, I only have shares. If I start getting it to close over $57, I'm going to consider adding options on TTD. If I add options, and it's up overnight already. So if I add option contracts on TTD, I'll probably go to January. And I may get the 55 strikes. I don't know. We'll see when it gets there. The $60 strikes got a lot of open interest on them. Those wouldn't be bad out of the money calls. Yeah. Maybe the 60 strikes. All right, my friends. Thank you. Don't forget, if you'd like to support me, hit the description. Sign up using my link. That's the biggest thing for me. I love y'all. Peace. I'll see you in the morning, okay?